All right. Hello, 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 everyone. Trying to get my laptop set up as usual. Bella, this is not a live questions and answers. This is just a chat. Okay, I may answer some questions afterwards. Okay. Hey, Lorraine. Hey. Okay, I can see all the names now. I don't know why I can't see them on here. Hey, Jessica. Thank you. Hey, Ari. Ari, you didn't get your notification again? Hmm. All right. I should be okay with that. All right. I'm trying to block out this glare, this sun glare. It's not even real sunny out. Hey, motivational. Hey, Yvette. All right. So today's chat is about relationships. Whatever you want to discuss, we can discuss. All right. There is no order. It's just like you said close the blinds. Oh, or sit facing the sun. Oh, hey, Chelsea. It's not even sunny out though. That's the crazy thing. Let me see. Like literally, it's cloudy out. All right, all right. That's a little better. Hmm. All right. So I guess we can start on talking about like healing. You said I wanted to know what helps a woman. Thank you, Jessica. I wanted to know what helps a woman come into alignment. Not a relationship question, but where can I start? Um, Honestly, I feel like I'm going off of my own experience. What helps really like anyone come into an alignment, I feel like you got to go through some things and you definitely have to go within. I feel like a lot of times people look outside of themselves and alignment comes within. Like you have to hold yourself accountable for allowing things to happen. You have to hold yourself accountable for not showing up for you, meaning like if you know that you want to live a certain life or you want to live on purpose or in purpose, then you kind of like have to move in that direction. And sometimes we could get thrown off by work, relationships, just typical distractions. But I feel like when you stay like true to yourself and what you want, that helps with you being in alignment in your life. How can I manifest healthy communication with a person I want to build a connection with? What advice could you give? Lorraine, you said self love, luminous, and self care. Yes, definitely self love and self care in regards to getting into alignment. And again, getting into alignment is just staying. I feel like it's staying true to yourself and true to what you want out of life. How can I manifest healthy communication with the person I want to build a connection with? Motivational. I feel like in regards to healthy communication, I feel like healthy communication has a lot to do with listening as well. Um, Sometimes I'm focused on self love right now. Sometimes we have to listen to what the other person wants as well. I think that's like a huge part. A lot of times we don't really. I feel like the answers that we're looking for most of the time is right in front of us, but because we're talking or we're focused on what we want, we kind of sometimes we can block out what the other person wants. So I feel like listening, hey Firefly Magic, I feel like listening to the other person is important as well. Sometimes we be looking for answers and the answers are already there. And then it's like when you think about it, you be like, I should have known all along. Like I heard that person say that, but I really wasn't paying attention. And it may just be because we're looking to hear an answer that we want to hear and not, accepting what it is, what the situation is. Okay. Yvette, you said you're focusing on self love right now. Patience running out. Firefly Magic, what you said, your patience is running out? You said they can be stubborn. I get it. Yes. People definitely can be stubborn, but most of the time I feel like people want, like everyone wants to know that they're being heard and what they're saying is being like they people want to be validated in some kind of way. Dealing with avoidance. Yeah, and frustrating. Hmm. And a lot of times when people are avoiding situations, they sometimes people are they avoid situations. It stems a lot from the childhood. Like instead of just saying what it is or what you want, a lot of times people run away instead of just saying what it is. And most of the time it's to leave a door open to come back in. It's like they are in denial. What tips do you guys recommend for manifesting that are actually effective? Do you want to do? Yeah, for the moment. Jessica, manifesting. I feel like manifesting the main thing for me is focusing on what I want. Like if I how I manifest, I will put what I want in the forefront of my mind. And like I don't deviate from it. Even when like that negative talk, I don't sit and meditate for hours or do any of that because that don't particularly work for everyone. But I know for me, like whatever it is that I want, I think about it and I think about it, and then it kind of like I'm able to manifest it into fruition. Like I literally everything that I have, I manifested. Sometimes it takes years to come in because I think a lot of times with manifesting the things that you really want, you have to be ready for it. So sometimes if you're not ready, you won't get it. You said you think you end up um I think I don't think that is an accurate way to manifest. Yeah, you said I see because I'm a thinker, I can't detach from it. Yeah. And then like if you notice sometimes when you overthink a situation, like when that negative chatter starts coming in, it's like a domino effect. Like oh, everything will happen in a day. I don't know if any of you ever watched the documentary The Secret. And it was a section on The Secret where the lady had woke up late for work. I think it was a woman that woke up. She woke up late for work and she was kind of like rushing around. She stumped her toe, then she got stuck in traffic. So I think it's like one thought that can like cause your whatever it is that you're trying to manifest not to come into fruition. Yeah, I watched The Secret so many times. I think that's a it's kind of like it gives you a glimpse of manifest how manifestation works. And one small negative thought will cause your manifestation to like disappear. And it could be right there and but if you think like one thought of I can't and it sometimes is unintentional, your manifestation can disappear. But I've have watched The Secret so many times. You say I'm the type of person who will keep thinking about my manifestation. And then I feel like it's X because even on The Secret is X, believe, and then receive. So I remember one time I was trying to manifest some money to be specific. You said, yeah, my problem is overthinking, so I am working on it because I can manifest. Yeah, they even have a movie, Dare to Dream. Oh, yeah, I'm going to check that out, Jessica. Thank you. Um, I was trying to manifest some money one time, and so I asked for the money. I believed that I was going to get the money, but guess what happened? And I feel like this last part is where things get switched mixed up for me. It's the receiving of my manifestation. So it's like if it doesn't come in the way that I think or it don't look like what I expect it to look like or what I want it to be, I might not accept it. So that happens a lot of times as well. Sometimes receiving it is a problem in your manifestation as well. Anybody else struggle with finding guys that that don't want to commit or that wants to commit? Hey Savine, how are you? What is your advice on healing from depression naturally that is caused trauma? Lorraine and feelings of loneliness. I had cut contact with my family for years ago and then my ex recently. Um, Lorraine, I feel like in regards to depression, so I was listening to Jim Carrey. I listen to Jim Carrey a lot, like his interviews, because he's a great manifester. And I remember Jim Carrey said it was like a short video on an interview, but it was the highlight of the interview. And he said that when you are depressed or you go through depression often, he said it's because you're tired of, I think he said is you're tired of living the life that you're living. Like it's time for you to move into a new life. It's time for you to do something else. Like it's time for you to do what you want to do that's going to make you happy. Because you may be connected to, like you were saying, like your family and your ex. So you were happy. I'm sure at some point in time in those connections you were happy. So since you detached from those people and your ex, now it's time for you to reconnect to new people and new things that are going to be in alignment with where you are spiritually now. And I feel like that's how you could come up out of the depression. And just like try not, I don't, I know I went through a depression after my sister passed away. I was in a deep depression for a long time. And I remember my mom was like, she was like, I can't afford to lose another daughter. And I was like, oh shoot, I got to come up out of this because it's starting to affect my mom now. And it took a little while, but it's a lot of internal work. Um, I feel like I don't want to say I can say you're never alone. I can't say you won't feel loneliness, but I just feel like you have to connect with the right people that pour into you, that acknowledge you for who you are, like the beauty in you and your contribution. And I feel like that's how you start to come out of it. You said it's such a struggle for me, and the crazy thing is looking for a relationship is frustrating. Well, Ari, I can tell you that may be the problem looking for a relationship. I feel like when you look for things, it's kind of like I look at looking for things and chasing like the same thing. I think when you the more you want something, it's like it runs away. So you have to get into being able to attract the thing that you want to you. Wants to commit. Oh, anybody else struggling finding guys that want to commit? Okay. You said Jessica, what you say? You come from a dysfunctional family? I hear that in my family a lot. This family is dysfunctional. I feel like dysfunctional, like the term dysfunctional connects to unhealed people to me. Like when you think about it, it's like a lot of unhealed energies running around in my family. A lot of conversations that is needed are avoided. Today, another guy rejected me because he didn't want anything serious, but he hardly got to know me. So let me ask you, Ari, is this a new guy or is this an old guy? Like, have you been talking to this guy for some time? Yeah, you're tired of playing that character. Yeah, that's right, Jessica. Yes, I remember Jim Carrey saying that after his wife passed. Yeah, that's right, Jessica. You just said it exactly how he said it. You're tired of playing that character. So much chaos I ended up going through, but I am not really sure why I thought he would. And you know what, Lorraine, I feel like a lot of times, like I know Lorraine, you're very spiritual, And Jessica, I feel like everyone is, but I know like for a fact, Jessica and Lorraine are. And I feel like sometimes when you are, hey D Roy Sama, how are you? You said this is a new guy, not an old guy. So the reason I asked you if this is a new guy, I'm trying to like when you're conversing with this guy, did you tell him that you wanted to be in a committed relationship? Like early on? And he said like he wasn't ready for that? You said you met him August 15th. It's only been 4. Also, where how did you know that he wasn't ready for a commitment? I'm doing well. Thank you for joining in. We're just having an open chat. Yeah, I just said. Oh, so he just came out and told you he didn't want a commitment. Oh, well, that's even better, Ari. That he said that he don't want a commitment. So now you know you don't have to waste your time with him. Yeah, yeah. I think that's good that he told you that because you know that you want to you want to be in a commitment and he doesn't. So he can keep on having his sowing his royal oats. And got to know me more before deciding. Um, I think that like at least give me a chance first before being so sure. Yeah. But even so, even with him not giving you a chance, at least you know and you don't have to waste your time. Like imagine and finding out that he doesn't want a relationship 6 months down the line after he done wasted your time. You said I'm 6 months, no contact, and I think it has reopened old wounds, intense loneliness, like an orphan. Does that? Yeah, that does make sense, Ari. I'm sorry, Lorraine. Yeah, he just might feel that way regardless. I decided to call him this morning. Start over healthy relationship. He said he will think about it. Motivational. Wow. Um, Lorraine. Lorraine, I go through bouts of feeling lonely sometimes. Well, I used to. I think that in your time alone, Lorraine, I feel like that's when you find your purpose. And you know what else? I don't know if you journal or you write, Lorraine, but I feel like if you write and journal, that helps out a lot as well. I feel like it's because you may be feeling like that because it's something. Like the universe wants you to do something. Because I went through that stage a lot in my life. Before I started doing like tarot, I used to feel like it kind of like came and went. It was a come and go thing. Yeah, you do journal. And I think also, you said I'm single, so there's nothing much to say. D. Roy Simon, you can say whatever is on your heart. uh, I know how you feel to feel like you have no one like family. Yeah, it just sucks having no family, but I need to find my soul family. Yup, you will, because it sucks feeling like God left you. You're alone in the world. Yeah. Oh, Lorraine, I'm sending you a hug. It sort of feels like you're lost. Yeah. You say he's in his feelings because he said I fell. I know I messed up. He shut down instead of working through it. That's what made me mad yesterday. Yeah. I feel like it's easier for like with the masculine energy to like I don't think they run. I think they don't like the feeling of feeling like they failed at something. Yeah. Yeah. That's what makes me so mad when people have good family. Exactly. That's right, Jessica. I agree with that. Yeah, I feel like once you two see each other face to face, it'll get better. Ari said he's tall and good looking. Ari, did you enjoy your birthday yesterday? What did you do? Oh, you said men in their 20s. Yeah, I'm not, I can't say all of them. I don't know. But I know when I was in my 20s, I dated a lot of older guys when I was in my 20s. You said, I hope that ex get his karma. He was a mess. I don't take accountability. I do take accountability too, but he came with so much toxicity. Yeah, I manifested my soul tribe too. I get it. I remove all the fake. Yup. So many people, once you start like getting into yourself and begin to not tolerate a lot of crap, you notice that the people around you, your circle change, the people around you change. You said most of my friends were busy on that day. What advice would you give to someone in their 20s for us women? Um, my advice would be my advice would be to just live and be happy. As happy as you can be in your 20s. Because time goes by quickly. Like I remember when I was in my 20s, and now I look at my son and he's like, he'll be 27 this year. Now I know I don't look like I have a 27-year-old. I know. But I do. But because life is going to life and people are going to be people, and I mean on this earthly realm, you get older, so you just want to try to stay as happy as you can be. Have a pure heart and just stay true to you. You said you miss your 20s. Chelsea, let me tell you something. I still think I'm in my 20s, and I know good and damn well I'm not. But my body, my body lets me know that I'm not in my 20s. Oh, thank you, motivational. You said they always be busy at the worst times. Yeah, you got to get you a new group of friends, Ari. Because if your birthday comes around and you want to celebrate your birthday, then they should know ahead of time to make time to participate in what you want to do. Yeah, I still think I'm in my 20s. My brain tells me that I'm in my 20s, but my body be like, girl, you better go sit your behind down. I'm still trying to learn how to do the line dance, the damn line dance with the fan. I cannot get my coordination right. I'm like, wait a minute. I know how to pop the fan. I'm gonna learn how to do it though. And some dances, my son, he be like, Mom, please. I am going to learn how to do that dance. I want to learn how to do that dance with the boots. I think it's called something about boots. Well, they have on boots. Oh, you said like they are working or already have plans or something comes up. Oh no. You know what I'm talking about, motivational? Oh yeah, where them fans at? Exactly. I want to learn how to do that line dance. Um, Jessica, call back. Wait a minute. How can someone call back their energy from someone they detach from? Um, I feel like to release them where they feel you energetically detached. To release them where they feel you energetically. Um, that okay, so I feel like if you are wanting to detach your energy from someone and you feel like you've done like cord cutting rituals or whatever, whatever you do to detach, that person may be pulling you back in. Because sometimes you may not be thinking about the person, but that person might be thinking about you to the point where they're calling you back in, or they're thinking about you. Sometimes people can project their energy on to you unknowingly. And I mean, when I say unknowingly, I mean like you may not know about it. And you'll be sitting there like, why the hell I keep thinking about this person? But it's not you, it's them projecting their thoughts onto you. Give yourself, like I get, you said you don't have to work every day. Give yourself time to relax. Yeah. Eh, I was thinking of doing cord cutting. I feel I have a past life connection with someone, and it's too much where they seem they moved on, but I missed them so bad. Oh yeah. So you may have to do a cord cutting ritual, Jessica. Yeah. Yeah. And people when people be like, I gotta work, 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 work. Listen, I tell people all the time, make sure you don't get into the habit of chasing money. Like in that mindset, like the money, like you're chasing money or you're working for money. It's all because money is energy. So it's like make your money work for you. Make your money work for you. Cause chasing the bag is all you'll never have enough that way. You have to it's like you have to you know how people like, oh, I gotta get this bag. I gotta chase this bag. But you'll never have enough that way. Like you're if you have to keep chasing a bag, you'll always have to pick up another bag. So it's like let your money work for you. When you get I tell people like when you get your paycheck, ask the universe to show you how to distribute it to where as though the money starts working for you because it's an energy. So you're supposed to attract the money to you and not chase it because if you chase it, you're always going to be running after it. It's just like if you're chasing after a person, you're always going to be chasing after someone instead of instead of attracting people to you or a person to you. Yeah, but people are a lot of times people they chase or they or say that they have to work all the time and they don't have time to do anything else outside of work because a lot of people are like mismanaging money. Exactly, Luminous. Yes, 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 yes. You definitely have to, at least if you work, you and you have extra money. I'll say, like, if you're working to the point where you can pay your bills, you got a little extra money coming in, that money should be invested some kind of way. Now, what happened? How did this freeze? I don't know. Something is always going on with this laptop. You said people be pissing you off. Oh boy. Um. Okay, let's try this again. Cause I don't know what happened. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right. Trying to think if I want to do live questions and answers today, later on today, or should I do a all signs reading? I'll post it on a poll and see what happens. All right. Anyone else on? Mm, This is my nose running all the time. You're still here, Chelsea? Okay. All right. I think I'm gonna oh, thank you, Jessica. Thanks. Yeah, but I think people that chasing a bag, I feel like that's a trend that, I don't get with that. I feel like what was I about to say? I feel like you should attract the bag, not chase it. You'll never have enough. Why is my nose running? Is Lorraine, you still here? She may have gotten off. Ari, you're here. Okay. Okay. You know what I discovered about myself? So I started noticing, and I'm gonna say in my spiritual elevation, I started noticing that I have developed I think it's called clairaudience. Like I can hear from the heavenly realms, from higher realms, heavenly realms, whatever you want to call it. But I can hear other beings. I can hear stuff like talking. I hear all kinds of stuff that other people can't hear. And it's so weird when it happens. Yeah. It's so weird when it first happened. I kept saying, I was talking to my mom on the phone, and I kept saying, Mom, I said something is going on in my ears. And she was like, What are you talking about? No, this is like it's not other people's voices. It's like I can't even I mean, like, I'm trying to figure out how I can describe it. Like one day I was outside and I was walking my dog, and it was like I heard a voice. And I'm not crazy. Cuz these things happen. So I'm not, this is not like a mental illness or anything like that. It's just like when you are connected spiritually to the divine, your gifts start developing. And I heard a voice. You said you heard them say your government name and it freaked you out. that may have been your ancestors. One of your ancestors was calling you. That was funny. But I was walking my dog and I heard it and I was like, OMG. And I literally started crying. Like I was crying because I was so in awe of the voice. You said your whole government name. That used to happen to me. Back in the day, I want to say I think I was like in my late teens. I want to say between 17 to 20, and I used to smoke marijuana. And every time I smoked it, I used to hear that voice used to be like, Tyra, Tyra. And I used to be looking around like, what the hell is that calling me? And my sister used to be like, no one called you. You're tripping. I said, you know what? I got to leave this Chiba alone. I had to leave it alone. Because I kept hearing, I said, who in the hell is that calling me? Nobody. Not a damn soul. I'm serious. And then I had another reader actually told me that there might not be any changes in my love life if I continue to go after the guys where I live. Like, if that's true, why the hell did spirit put me here? I feel like there is always someone out there for you, Ari. Um, I mean, you may meet someone in a different location, but I feel like maybe you need to go or talk to someone a little bit older. Like you may be a little bit more mature than the people that you're talking to. You said they said the first and the last. I stayed up the whole night. Oh my goodness. OMG. Yeah, I definitely would have been scared. I'd have been looking around all night like, okay, with my Bible or some type of holy something over me, some type of form of protection over. Oh God. Ari, you know what? I think at this time a lot of people are having issues finding their person or connecting with their person. Um, there's a scripture in the Bible that say in the last days, and I'm not saying like the world is going to blow up. I don't believe that, but I do believe that there's a separation taking place and transition is taking place in this earth, and people are. I feel like people are being placed with in certain groups, and I mean like on a spiritual realm. So it may be that you just may not have found the person yet. Yes, take what applies to you and what doesn't, let it be. Yes. You might need to manifest men that are leveling up, yes, spiritually as you are trying to. Yeah, I agree with you, motivational. Mm-hmm. Because you want someone that's like at least in tune with their emotions. You know, they're connected to the divine some kind of way. And sometimes you do meet people or connect with people that live at a distance from you. But being at a distance doesn't necessarily mean the person lives like across the country. It could be someone that lived like 40 minutes to an hour away from you. Yeah. Go ahead, motivational. That's where that motivational vibes come from. Do what? I never even heard of that. What is that, Jessica? Is it another name? Or maybe I heard of it under another name or something. Oh, I have done like manifestations as far as money with bay leaves. I do cinnamon and bay leaves a lot. But those are like the only two things that I have done. I haven't experienced or I haven't thought about doing anything else. Honey spelled. Nope, I haven't done that either on yourself. I haven't. Nope, I haven't heard. I'm going to look into all of this, Jessica. Nope, the only thing that I do is I like I talk to my water a lot. I know when I talk to my water, I manifest through water because I feel like water is energy, and a lot of things are birthed through water. So I usually just use water for whatever it is that I want to manifest. You said they be glowing and glowing. Wow. Yup, the two cup method works with yup. It definitely works. Look up Megan Fox, dark feminine energy. She's spiritual. Oh, okay. Yeah, I never heard of that, but I'm definitely going to look into it. You said that's how I found out I could move water when I did 2 cup. Yeah. Yes. Water, I feel like water is like one of the most powerful tools on the earth because everything is birthed through water. Like nothing can live without water. So it's like if you know water is energy, then you speak to the water. The water is going to align with your frequency, and it's going to birth what you want or what your desire is. Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful, motivational. See, that's why I wanted to do this chat. It's so uplifting, and I'm learning stuff too. You said, what do you guys do with water? Yeah, Jessica, you can look it up. They'll show you in more detail online. Yup, everything we touch is energy. That's right. Yup. Everything we touch is energy. When you go outside, like a lot of times when you go outside, you know how the bugs, well, when I go outside, it seems like the bugs, the birds, and everything that's living it gravitates towards me. And I used to kind of like try to swat the bugs, and then I'd be like, you said you have an idea? What's that? I used to try to swat the bugs out my way, but then I realized I said these bugs are coming towards me because of my energy and the birds. Could you do a live stream where we could manifest together on something we want? Yeah, I can do that. I definitely can do that. I think I may have to. I would want to do that like on Zoom. I don't know if I would want to do that unless I can make it private some kind of way. Like if I can do it on this platform, but private. Where we can talk about things. Me too, Lorraine. Yeah, we definitely can do that motivational. I'm just trying to figure out how I can make it private. Oh, I know what I can do. I could just submit who like the names of the people. Yeah. Because you got to be careful when you do certain stuff on these type of platforms because you got outside haters which we don't really pay them any mind. When you vibrate so high, the low vibrational have to fall away. The darkness cannot stay in the same place as the light energy. But I would prefer to do something private. You said 30-day manifestation would be cool. Yeah, other energies, yes. I don't understand it either, Lorraine, but you be surprised. Like people will literally be upset that you're a light energy or you vibe at a high, frequency. People get upset about that. But that's why, the divine will always connect you with your people, with like-minded people. You said so I blocked. And you know what, motivational, sometimes I block them and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I be like, you know what? You should really like be grateful that you're breathing. Cause I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I can be sarcastic and I'm working on it. But I be like, you should be happy that you're breathing. Like, really. When I don't wake up in the morning and I'm like mad at the world. Like, I'm happy that I'm up, I'm alive, I'm in my right state of mind. Like, I can move my limbs. I remember after I had my second surgery, I couldn't walk for almost 3 months. So, like, so many little things we take for granted. Yeah, there's a lot of things going on, and people are staying in. It's a battle between the good and evil, but it's all the energy that's taking place is people's thoughts, collectively. So there's evil that's going on, and why they keep putting this on the news and putting that on the news is to control people's minds and to block them from seeing or functioning at their highest frequency. You said I'll be talking my mess to people if they keep picking at me. I block when I get to the point where can't be on my social media platforms. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And I remember this guy, and I remember his name. His name was Luther. He comes into the chat one day, and I remember his name. I remember his name because his name is Luther. Like Luther Vandross was one of my favorite singers. So I forgot what he said, but he said something smart. You said who the he said something. I can't remember exactly what he said, but I was like, Luther, if you're like, obviously you don't have anyone to love you. Like, why are you here throwing shade? That sounds like a grown man's name. You know what? That's right, Jessica. Now that you said that, that definitely makes sense. You said who names their baby Luther? Luther, come take a seat, please. Oh boy, that's hilarious. It is a grown man's name. Oh my goodness. Yeah, but we're gonna I'm gonna come up with something for I think we can do like the next full moon, because I know when you manifest, you start a manifestation on a full moon. I think it's supposed to go from that full moon to the next full moon. I got to look a little bit more into it. But yeah, we're definitely going to do that. You said that's like someone naming their baby Harold. Oh my goodness gracious. What you say, Jessica? Those are some old names. I never really got into the moon phases. That would be cool. Yeah, because I think with manifestation, I think it's supposed, well, it doesn't have to, but normally it's like when you manifest during the moon phases. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it may be the new moon to the new moon. I have to look into it just to be sure. But I think it's the moon phases that has a lot to do with your manifestation as well. Because I want to say in 2019, I think it was in 2019, I did you said I heard a new moon and a full moon. Yeah, it's definitely the moons, because I remember I did a manifestation in 2019, and I wrote on a bay leaf. I wanted at that time, I wanted to see if I can manifest realistically $16,000. And I had I burnt the bay leaf. It was raining outside, and then I put the ashes out in the grass during the full moon. Like, it was a full moon, the energy, but then it was raining that night. So I put the bay leaves out into the grass, and I tell you, about 4 weeks later, I got $20,000. You said you usually manifest with the moon, made of motivational. Yes, people are irking me when they don't grow and stay in low vibrations. Yeah. They took advantage of all the time. Yeah. Yup. I wrote on my bay leaf. I said $16,000 with my name, my birthday, and I burned it, and I put the ashes out in the grass. And that particular night, it was raining, and I think it was a new moon that night. And when I think 4 weeks later, I got $20,000, and I was like, wow. You know what I said? I said, wow, that shit worked. That's exactly what I said. Because that was my first time doing it. And ever since then, I'm like, okay, I know what to do now. Yup, that was in 2019. Mm-hmm. And then I did it again. I want to say I did it again, and I did it again for like a substantial amount of money, like in 2021 as well. So it works. Yep. But I feel like collectively, like when two readers told me I wasn't going to Chris Brown concert, I said, bet I will not miss Bay. You said I will not miss Bay. I said my intentions and I am seeing him. Oh, oh, let me know when he's saying residuals. That's my song. Yeah, I know that's right. What helps to get the manifestation that major? Like, do you have to stay in super high vibrations? You know what, Jessica, I feel like once you do your manifestation ritual, I feel like you got to leave it alone, because at that point you already put your energy out to the universe what you want, and then you got to take your hands off. Yeah. Egg cleansing. No, what's egg? Y'all, I'm gonna have to get me a pen. This is too much information. I need a pen. I'm getting egg cleansing. I never even heard of that. Yeah, and don't focus on it as much. That's right. Cause it's like if you focus on it too much, it starts like it's like you're trying. It's sending out the energy like you're trying to force it to come in and not let it and not get into alignment with the universe. You want your God. Yeah. Yup. That's right. Motivational. I don't know how to detach. I think about it. Jessica, you said that's what the problem is. You don't know how to detach from it. You have to detach from it because you already did. Like once you do whatever your ritual or whatever it is, you have to detach from it because you already did your part. So now it's like you have to allow the universe to do its part. Negative energy. Oh, okay. Hmm. Okay. Not that my nose just literally started running out of nowhere. You said motivational. Are you Mexican? You also want to show them gratitude when they make. Yup. Yup. Is that like when people you go out and water the plants, or you do something like you got to give it back to the earth some kind of way? Motivational said, "No, I just know a lot." And you know what? That's good. I'm glad that we're on here and we could talk about this stuff. Oh, Mexican people do it a lot. I never even heard of egg cleansing, but I'm damn sure going to look into it. Give back or have an altar, yeah. You know, I manifested money. You ever heard of the ancestor money motivational? I manifested money with ancestor money before too. And I used to listen to the Brazil Namaha. I listened to that for 30 days. And actually, I listened to that before I started doing tarot. I listened to it for 30 days. Brazil Namaha. And then I started doing tarot right after. Yeah, I had a manifestation checkbook. Jessica, okay, let me type it in. I gotta get my laptop. I hope I'm spelling it right. Let me make sure I'm spelling it right because I don't want to type in the wrong thing. um, Namaha. Uh, Let me see. Brazil Namaha. Okay. Oh, I did spell it right. Goody. All right. Yup, look that up, Luminous, when you get a chance. Because what it does is it kind of like gives you, it opens up your mind to receive like different downloads of things that you can do. Mm-hmm. Yup. That cinnamon method works too, motivational. And I'm gonna post the their manifestation information motivational. I guess we can come up with a. I think it gotta be during the moon, a full moon or a new moon. Sea salt, put it. Yup. Um, let me see. Mm-mm. Moon phases. All right, let's see. April the 19th? No, that's today's date. So the next new moon is April 27th. Okay. And I am going, let me see. April 27th. Um, full moon. May the 12th. Wow. So do we want to try for May 12th for the next full moon phase for manifestations? It will go from May the 12th to June 11th. From May the 12th until June 11th. Okay. So I'll put that in the community section of, because that'll give time to get all the information together and figure out how to do a private, something private. Okay. All right. All right, everyone. So if that is it, I think I'm going to release everyone. If you all are ready to get off or log off, just let me know. I think today was beautiful. I definitely enjoyed it. We will be doing more. And I think I'm going to do an all signs reading today. You said, wait. You're welcome, Chelsea. I can't see nothing. I'm still, I'm still laughing at Jessica talking about Luther and Harold. Just our protection. Sure, the private zone is for people that isn't aware. And yeah, yeah. You said just to make sure the private Zoom is for people that isn't aware or we don't know. Just for our protection, too many lurking without good intentions. Yeah, yeah. I can kind of honestly motivational. I can kind of pretty much pick up on people's energies. Like right off the bat, I can tell when someone is lurking. The universe always reveal people to me immediately. So you're welcome, Jessica. So we'll be okay. I'll make sure that I mean we all can collectively, but we'll be okay. So I'm gonna I'll do a poll. That's what I'll do. I'll do a poll and then that's how I'll know who to send this information out to. Yup, Chelsea, you're welcome. But I am going to log off and then I'm going to do an all signs reading in a couple hours. I'm going to take my dog out for a walk. But thank you everyone for joining in. I appreciate all of you. I'm sending everyone love, light, peace, and healing energy. Okay, and until next time, I will see you all later and try to enjoy the rest of your day as well as the weekend. Okay, and that's it. I'm out. Peace.